Hey guys, so I'm super excited to do this video today on the Too Faced Chocolate Bar, close the box, eye palette. There's nothing in here. I did keep the box for this review because I'm fancy like that, and it comes in this box that looks like a chocolate bar wrapper, which is so cute. There's a little description on the back that I will read to you. It's also on the back of the, I was about to call it the chocolate bar. Well, it is the chocolate bar, but on the back of the chocolate bar palette. It says, indulge your craving for chocolate with these 16 antioxidant-rich cocoa powder-infused matte and shimmer shades. Inspired by our best-selling cocoa powder-based chocolate Soleil bronzer, which, you know, milk chocolate or the chocolate Soleil bronzer. Chocolate bar comes with our signature glamour guide with 3 beauty looks to get you started. So that's what the box says. Alright, this is the little glamour guide, and it comes with 3 different looks: milk chocolate, semi-sweet, and haute cocoa. These are the looks. I don't really use these kind of looks, to be honest, but that's just me. This is what the palette looks like. It looks like a chocolate bar. If you've never seen a chocolate bar, now you have. It just says Too Faced and then chocolate bar in really fancy Willy Wonka looking lettering. Yeah. And then the back, it just has that description I just read, and it also has it in French. Open the palette. This is what it looks like. It comes with a nice big mirror that says chocolate bar. These are the shades. Has 6 matte shades and 10 shimmer shades. The matte shades are this one here, this one, this one, this one, this one, yes, and this one. 2 of them are bigger. I'm glad that they made the matte cream shade bigger, because I know with this palette, no matter what look I do, I would use that as like my highlighting shade, because I like to use matte cream colors on my brow bone, so I'm glad they made that eyeshadow bigger. This one didn't really matter to me. It's just like a shimmery light champagne. I will also be doing swatches of all these shades. Probably my biggest upset thing that upsets me. It comes with this little insert with all the names on it, and if you have the Tarte off the cuff blush palette, it comes with this, and it's so annoying because I would totally throw this out, but I make videos, so I can't. Well, I guess I could, but I want to be able to know the names and stuff, and it just bothers me. That's what the palette looks like with all their names on them, and as you can tell, they're very cute little chocolate-related names. But this, it's just kind of annoying, and I feel like it's kind of cheap almost, and I don't really like it, so that's my white flag. I surrender, Too Faced. You win. By the way, I forgot to mention, it smells like chocolate, and it has actual cocoa powder in it. So if you're allergic to cocoa powder for some reason, do not buy this palette, because you may break out in hives or something. I don't know. You could have an allergic reaction to this. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm actually being completely serious. If you're allergic to cocoa powder, don't buy this palette. Let's do some swatches. So, first shade. I'm actually going to show you guys the names first, again. Again, this is one last final look of all the names before I do swatching, in case you guys wanted to like pause and look or something. So, yeah. Hate this thing. So, the first shade up here is a shimmering shade called Gilded Ganache, or Ganache. Sorry. This is one of the 2 shades that I don't like because there's an enormous amount of fallout. If you've tried any of the glittery eyeshadows from Urban Decay, it kind of reminds me of that, except this isn't really glittery. This is what the shade is. It's slightly chunky almost, I feel like. It's just, it's mediocre. It's like a dark, almost like greenish brown with some gold shimmer. It's a really pretty shade. It's like that dirty olivey brown color, but it's just fallout. It's just, ugh, you know what I mean? So that's the first shade. The second shade here is Salted Caramel. This is actually one of the more pigmented shades. And I love the fact that this one's a matte. They have 4 matte browns in this palette, which I absolutely love. When I get a palette, I prefer there to be more shimmer than more mattes, because I can find that I don't know, I only really need a couple mattes in every palette, and I love the fact that 4 of the 6 mattes are browns. So I can have like a whole range of browns. I absolutely love that. Next shade is Salted Caramel, like I said. This is a lot of like soft brown by MAC, except a little bit lighter. So I love using this as a blending color. Shade below that is, gonna get my stupid little Slippy out. Hazelnut. This one is a really pretty, kind of a bronzy, warm chocolatey brown. Haha, chocolatey brown, get it? Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. I'm so funny. Okay, yeah, that's what it looks like. Really, really pretty. That one's also very pigmented. All of these, for the most part, are very pigmented, except for the Gilded Ganache shade. Ganache, sorry. And then one other shade. This next shade is White Chocolate. This is the matte, kind of a cream shade. I love using this to highlight. Look how pigmented that is. It's beautiful. I love that shade. Very creamy, very smooth. Like, yes, just very buttery soft. I love that shade a lot. Below that is Marzipan. And this one is just a nice kind of a peachy, goldy, champagne-y, hairs in the way-y, pretty shade. And it's just really nice, and I'm sorry I was flipping you off. It's just really nice all over the lid shade. That's probably one of my favorite shimmery shades in this whole palette. Below that is the shade Creme Brulee. This is just a nice, very basic shimmery gold. Just looks like that. Just very basic gold. Every neutral palette seems to have. Next to that, going back under white chocolate, is the shade Semi-Sweet. By the way, I'm doing a whole video. I already filmed all the tutorials. It's basically 3 tutorials using this palette in one video, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, this is Semi-Sweet, just a really, really pretty, warm, kind of a mid-tone brown. Below that is the shade Haute Chocolate. This one's almost a little bit plum-toned, I would say. It's like a, no, not really plum, it's more like a taupey bronze. Very, very pretty. It's similar to MAC Satin Taupe, except more bronzy. Then we go up here. This shade here is Milk Chocolate. Woo, Milk Chocolate. It's just a warm, medium, mid-tone blending brown. Yeah, it's a good blending color if you're medium or darker skin. Good crease color if you're super pale like me. The shade below that is the disappointing one. This is Strawberry Bonbons. It looks, okay, I'll admit, it's decently pigmented. It's just a little bit on the chalky side. If I would compare this one, because it's a light matte kind of highlighting shade, to this light matte highlighting shade, I like this one better. I find that the overall texture is a lot creamier and a lot smoother than this one. But this one's not bad. It's just slightly chalky, in my opinion. Below that is Cherry Cordial. Oh my god, I did this, one of the looks I did for my tutorials features this all over the lid. So freaking pretty. It's like a plummy, warm, cranberry-ish, burgundy, pretty, warm. I said that already. Nice, warm. I said that for the 3rd time. Shade. Next to that is Black Forest Truffle. Now this one looks like it has glitter in it. Just a beautiful, deep plum with golden shimmer. So pretty. Below that is Candied Violet. This one's a very unique shade. It's like a duochrome bluey purple. It's showing up a lot bluer on camera than it actually is, but it's more of a bluish purple. Really pretty. But it's like wearable. It's not like going to look blue. It's going to look more purple than blue on your eyes, but it's really pretty. Then I have Triple Fudge here in the corner. This is the darkest matte brown. Just a really nice deep matte brown for the crease, outer corner. You could do a really pretty smoky eye with this. Really like that one. Then below that is Amaretto. What is Amaretto, by the way? I don't know. I feel kind of stupid saying that, but I really don't know. This is like a warm, slightly cranberry-ish shade, or burgundy shade, kind of warm, bronzy shade. Color, whatever. And the last shade here is Champagne Truffle. This one is just a light, shimmering champagne that's in every single eyeshadow palette. But yeah. So that is the swatches. Those are the fail. Those are the swatches of all the shades. Overall, I mean, this palette is $48. I totally forgot to say the price, I'm sorry. If you're looking for a new palette, I really like this. I've tried other Too Faced eyeshadows, and honestly, I've tried the Natural Eye, which was okay. I mean, I like it, but I wasn't super impressed. This one, I'm really glad I got this. So if you've tried other Too Faced palettes, I own the Natural Eye and the Matte Eye. They're okay. They're not my favorite. I find that I could just skip over those and go for like a naked palette instead. But I really like this palette. This is probably my favorite thing I've ever tried from Too Faced because just the range and the color, I think Too Faced did a great job putting this palette together, and it's absolutely beautiful and it smells delicious. So yeah, that is my review on the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I hope you guys found this review helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave all video requests down below. Stay tuned to see tutorials with this palette coming up hopefully next week or this week. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Adios, muchachos. I speak Spanish now.